The Houston Texans just shook up their roster in a move that has everyone talking about the backfield today. We are seeing a massive shift in the depth chart right after rookie minicamp as the front office makes a bold play for more talent. Former New Orleans Saints running back Evan Hull is officially joining the squad to bring a new level of competition to the room. However, this move comes with a heavy price for one young player trying to find his footing. Tight end Luke Lachey has been waived to make room for this new addition as the Texans prioritize their ground game. The atmosphere around the Houston Methodist Training Center is electric right now as the coaching staff evaluates every single rep from the rookie minicamp. There is no room for complacency in a city that is dreaming of a Super Bowl run under DeMeco Ryans. The front office is constantly scouring the waiver wire and looking for ways to improve the bottom of the roster. When they saw an opportunity to bring in a player like Evan Hull, they did not hesitate to pull the trigger. This is the kind of aggressive roster management that fans have come to expect from Nick Caserio. Every spot on this 90-man roster is precious, and the competition is only going to get more intense as we head toward organized team activities later this month. Fans are already buzzing about what this means for the rushing attack and how it changes the dynamic of the backfield. We are seeing a team that is not afraid to admit when they need more talent in a specific area. The decision to waive a recent draft pick like Luke Lachey shows just how high the standards have become in Houston. It is a reminder that being drafted is only the first step and staying on the roster is a daily battle. The Texans are making it clear that they will prioritize current production and fit over draft pedigree or potential. This move creates a lot of questions about the direction of the tight end room and the strategy for the running backs. It is a bold statement to make so early in the offseason cycle. The fans are divided on whether cutting a young tight end with Iowa roots was the right move. However, the focus is clearly on building the most versatile offense possible for CJ Stroud. The pressure is on for everyone involved to prove themselves. The addition of Evan Hull brings a very specific set of skills to the Houston Texans backfield that might have been missing during the early stages of the spring. Hull spent time with the New Orleans Saints where he showed flashes of being a reliable contributor in both the running and passing game. The Texans only had 4 running backs on the roster before this move, which was a bit thin for a team that wants to establish a physical identity. By bringing in Hull, they are creating a much more competitive environment for the remaining spots behind the established starters. It is all about finding that change of pace back who can provide a spark when the starters need a breather. Hull is known for his ability to find lanes and use his vision to create extra yardage, which is exactly what this scheme requires. The coaching staff wants players who can think on their feet and adapt to the fast-paced nature of the offense. This move is not just about adding a body to the room, but about finding a player who can actually push the guys in front of him. When you look at the way the Texans have built their roster recently, they seem to value players with experience in different systems. Hull brings that veteran perspective even if he is still looking to establish himself as a primary option. The running back room in Houston is now much more robust and filled with different styles of runners. This creates a headache for opposing defensive coordinators who have to prepare for a variety of threats. The emotional impact on the locker room is also significant because it shows that no one is safe. If you are not performing at the highest level, the team will find someone who can. The fans are excited to see what Hull can do in a Texans uniform during training camp. There is a sense of optimism that he could be a diamond in the rough who just needed the right environment to shine. The Houston offense is built on speed and execution, and Hull seems to fit that mold perfectly. Every carry in practice will now carry more weight as these backs fight for their lives on the depth chart. The front office is betting on competition to bring out the best in everyone. It is a calculated risk that could pay off in a big way during the long grind of the regular season. On the other side of this transaction is the somber story of Luke Lachey, who finds himself looking for a new home. Lachey was a 7th-round pick in the 2025 draft, and many fans were excited about his potential coming out of the legendary tight end program at Iowa. Being a Hawkeye usually carries a lot of weight at that position, but the transition to the professional level is never guaranteed to be easy. Lachey spent his entire first year in the league on the practice squad without getting a single snap in a regular season game. It is a heartbreaking reality for a young man who has worked his whole life to reach this stage. The Texans decided to waive him to make space for Evan Hull, and it marks the end of a very short chapter for him in Houston. This move thins out the tight end room and shows that the team is moving in a different direction. It is always difficult to see a young player get cut before they really get a chance to show what they can do on the field. The timing of this move is particularly tough because it happens right after the rookie minicamp when everyone is supposed to be feeling hopeful. Lachey will now have to navigate the waiver wire and hope that another team saw something in his college tape or his practice reps. There is a good chance that someone will give him a look given his pedigree and his physical tools. However, for now he is a man without a team, and that is a heavy burden to carry. The fans who followed his career at Iowa are surely disappointed to see him let go so soon. It is a reminder that the NFL stands for not for long if you cannot find a way to contribute immediately. The Texans were clearly looking for a different type of production from their tight ends, and Lachey did not fit the vision of the current coaching staff. It is a cold and calculated move that highlights the lack of sentimentality in professional sports. The coaching staff has to make the best decisions for the 53-man roster, and sometimes that means saying goodbye to talented individuals. We wish Lachey the best as he searches for his next opportunity, because the talent is certainly there. He just needs to find the right system and the right coach to unlock his potential. The journey continues for him, but it will not be in the city of Houston. When we analyze why the Texans opted to waive Luke Lachey, it becomes clear that they have a very specific plan for the tight end position. The team has made significant investments in the room over the last few months to ensure that Dalton Schultz has plenty of support. Schultz is the clear leader of the group and a vital target for CJ Stroud, but the depth behind him has been overhauled. The addition of Foster Moreau was a major move that brought in a veteran presence with excellent blocking skills and reliable hands. Then the Texans went out and used a second-round pick on Marlon Klein from Michigan, who is expected to have a huge impact as a rookie. Klein is a physical specimen who fits the modern mold of a versatile tight end who can stay on the field for all 3 downs. With those 3 players locked in for significant roles, there simply was not much room left for Lachey to compete. The Texans are also carrying other players who specialize in special teams, which is a crucial factor for the bottom of the roster. Lachey was deep down the depth chart, and his path to the active roster was looking nearly impossible. Instead of keeping him around until the end of summer, the team chose to let him go now so he has a fair chance to find a new team before training camps begin. This is actually a professional courtesy in many ways because it gives him more time to learn a new system. The Texans are moving forward with a slimmer but more talented tight end group that they believe is better than what they had last season. The focus is on maximizing the efficiency of the offense, and every player must provide a clear benefit. The running back room was a higher priority for the front office at this moment, and that necessitated the sacrifice at tight end. This is how successful teams operate, by constantly weighing the value of every position group. The Houston Texans are building something special, and these minor roster moves are the foundation of that success. The fans should feel confident that the leadership knows exactly what they are doing. Every decision is made with the goal of winning a championship in mind. The roster is becoming more balanced and more dangerous with every passing week. We are seeing a masterclass in roster construction as the Texans prepare for a massive season ahead. The Texans are clearly making aggressive moves to ensure this roster is ready for the intense battles ahead in the regular season. Do you think that bringing in Evan Hull was worth the decision to let go of a young prospect like Luke Lachey so early in the process? We want to hear your thoughts on whether the running back depth is more important than keeping young talent in the tight end room for development. This team is building something incredible, and your voice is a huge part of this community as we follow every step of the journey. If you love the Houston Texans and want to stay updated on every roster move and breaking news story, then you need to join our family. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now to show your support for the team and our coverage.